Welcome everybody to Some Guys Takes, episode 56. Guys, what's going on?
Not much. How are you?
Good.
I don't know, Jake. I don't think you can say not much. You're struggling right now. Jake's playing through injury to be here today.
Yeah, shut up. My ankle.
I'm
My
giving
ankle's
you respect
swollen.
for being here.
My ankle.
Why'd you say
swollen.
shut up? That was so
Yeah,
mean.
I was impressed by your dedication. You're just like,
Oh,
shut up.
sorry. I thought that was sarcasm, Tyler.
It was a little bit, but like, not really.
Sorry,
Somewhere in
I'm
between.
fixing the ice pack.
Okay.
Jake got bruised. He got elbowed on the ankle.
Jake does karate, and when you fight people, you get injured. That's my opinion on how karate works.
Yeah, I'll be fine. I'll be
which
fine.
is too bad though.
I'll be fine.
It's still fighting.
Yeah.
Not as dangerous.
Just you don't think you're actually injured, are you? It's just like bruised or like swollen a little bit.
No, it's just bruised. Like I'll be
Yeah,
fine
okay.
in like a day. It's
Fair
all right.
enough.
These things happen.
I had my first couple intramural games on the weekend, and I am way more stiff than I would like to admit. It's like 2 days later, and I'm still like I am more in a shape than I thought I was.
Dude,
What are
2
you
days.
playing?
2 days later is always worse than 1 day later, though.
Yeah, I know, but like maybe I should come do some karate training with you guys or something because I gotta get back to it.
You
Do
got a
some
fight
kick-
to train for the end of December, Zyler. Just want to remind you.
That's true. I do.
You
Tyler,
too,
what are
Carson.
you playing?
I played a few sports. I'm playing volleyball and soccer on Sundays, and then I'll have ultimate frisbee on Thursday night.
Ultimate Frisbee. Let's go.
Nice.
So we got 2 big wins on Sunday. One of them by default because the other team didn't show up to volleyball, but it's fine. A win's a win.
Nice.
You'll take it
Counts.
where you can get it.
Do you have to be
Yeah.
a Western student to play intramural sports?
I think
At
you do,
Western?
yeah. Yeah.
But what if you were really good at it? What if you're really good?
If you're really good, then they give you a scholarship and you go play varsity.
Oh, okay. So
What
probably
are
not
you
me.
really good at? What intramural sport are you really good at?
Ultimate Frisbee.
Okay, that's true. We did play 1 day. We played that 1 day tournament in high school that one time. So
Yeah.
we're basically pros.
I played the
Yeah.
1 day. You guys did 2
Yeah.
games or 2 days.
I did 2.
tournaments.
I did 2.
I only did 1 day.
I only did one as well. I did the first one we did. That was it.
Okay, Jake, I did 2 with you.
Yeah.
Ultimate frisbee is fun though. It's a lot of running, but it's a fun time.
It's a lot of fun for
It's
is
a
sure.
really
lot of running.
It's football with a frisbee almost. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. Anyway, so I'll keep you guys updated. This is actually going to become my intramural podcast where we just break down my games. I'll get some
Sweet.
film and then we can.
You're gonna bring
Hey, it's
footage
sports
with you.
news. It's sports news.
Yeah, I'll set up a GoPro behind the net in soccer, and you can analyze all my saves. I play goalie.
That would actually be
What?
cool.
That's awesome.
Can you do that for real?
I don't I probably, but I'm not going to.
Oh, you should.
It's not
That'd
that
be cool.
serious. Imagine you show up to like intramurals just like for fun, and then you guys have like a GoPro to analyze the tape. Like,
And then you
this is
explain
rec
that
league
it's
here,
for
it's not.
SGT.
There's levels to this.
Yeah.
This is rec league soccer. Like, this is not. I've never played soccer in my life other than intramurals. This is not that deep.
Fair enough. How about we get into some real sports?
Hey,
All
hey,
right. All right.
What a week.
some professional sports.
Some pro sports.
Yeah, the one where you get paid $50 million if you play quarterback.
Yeah,
Where do you guys want to start? I think we have to start.
Yeah.
I think we all need to start with the Denver Miami game.
Yeah. Crazy.
Yay to my fantasy team, even though I lost this week. To a Tyree connection. Woo!
50-point win. The Dolphins beat the Broncos 70-20.
They
That's
had,
insane.
they had a
Huh?
chance to beat the record, and they didn't go for it.
yeah. They took a knee instead of kicking a field goal at the very end.
Well, like 7 touchdowns or 10 touchdowns.
Even Mike
good.
White went 2 for 2 for 67 yards and a touchdown while he was in. Like,
They're so
this
good.
is they're so good, but like I feel like this is more a comment on the Broncos than it
Yeah.
is the Dolphins. Like, the Dolphins are amazing, don't get me wrong, but like we knew this.
Yeah.
I was gonna
like-
say, was this like a Dolphins masterclass or was this a Broncos choke? Probably a bit of both.
A bit of
To
both.
get to 70 points, it's got to be both. But I feel like the new and important information here is the Broncos. Like Dolphins are everyone on the Dolphins are really really fast. We knew that, you know.
Yeah.
They're hella good. Like they are, like, a Chan. That's how you say it. The guy tweeted himself. Devin a Chan.
I thought it was A Chain. Is it not?
Yeah,
A-Chain?
everyone was saying A-Chain.
Yeah, but he came out on Twitter and said that or sorry, X, and said that it's a Chan, not a chain.
A Chan or a Chan?
A Chan.
Okay, so Devon A Chan, 203 yards and 2 touchdowns. This dude's like a 5th-round rookie and was a healthy scratch in week 1. Where did that come from? He averaged 11.3 yards per carry. Broncos, what are you doing?
Yeah, that's how many yards did Raheem Mostert average?
Only 6.3, which is still like a lot.
He had a lot of receiving yards though.
Yeah, Mostert
Yes.
only 60,
Oh,
but they also each had 4 touchdowns. So
yeah. Like that's insane. I
Also,
was
some dude named
sorry, go ahead.
Some
No,
dude
go ahead.
some dude named Chris Brooks also had 66 yards on just 9 carries. I've never even heard of this dude. I'm assuming it's their 3rd string running back, and he still destroyed this defense. Like, I have no words.
What are we doing? Denver, what are you
You know,
doing?
at least you can say that it's not Russ. Because he, despite what happened, he played decently.
Like,
This is on
yeah,
the
he was
defense,
fine.
I would say, more than anything.
Oh yeah, like
Yeah.
to be somewhat fair, like 7 of those 20 points were on it was either a punt return or a kick return. I think one of the two. So like the offense only scored 13 points. Russ wasn't great, but also like the game was over so fast that it was just like it didn't really matter what Russ did from there on out.
Yeah.
Did we expect this Broncos defense to be this bad? Like Vance Joseph is a pretty good defensive coordinator, or at least we all thought. I know they're down Bradley Chubb, but like Pat Surtain is a top 5 corner in the league.
And they still put up
guess there's-
700 yards.
Yeah, like I now that I think, I guess there's just not that much talent around Pat Surtain. But like this didn't seem like a worst defense in the league kind of team, but I guess it just is now.
They were top 5 last year.
Yeah,
Like,
they were
yeah,
good.
I'm not
How
shocked
does
by
that fall apart so quick?
I don't get it.
It's
I
just a
don't-
mess in Denver. I don't know when they're going to pull it together, but
Who was that linebacker? Was it was that linebacker that came out and said, I'm tired of losing. All I've done for 7 years is lose or whatever?
Oh no, it was the offensive tackle, Garrett
The
Bowles.
offensive tackle. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, like, it's just a poverty scene right now. There's always something.
Hot take alert. Is Miami the best team in football right now? After that,
Right now, I
No.
think that's fair.
I
Like,
think it's up
not
for
yet.
debate. I
No.
don't know if they are the best.
like they're not my Super Bowl pick, but like, are they? You could argue they're playing the best. Like power rankings wise, who's playing the best right now? It's Miami.
yeah, like if
Yeah.
somebody,
Like,
if
who is-
somebody put them at 1 in the power rankings, I wouldn't be surprised.
I
No,
agree
like
with
I think Miami has been the best team throughout the first 3 games of the season. I would agree with that absolutely.
Yeah, no. The Chiefs are still the best team in football until somebody beats them in the playoffs.
Dude, I think it's the Niners.
I was going to say I would give it to the Niners right now.
Well, yeah, I think just overall, the Niners
Yeah.
would be the best. But like, let's be real, guys. It's the Chiefs until someone beats them.
Yeah. Well, Detroit beat them.
Sorry, beats them in the playoffs.
True.
Let me reiterate.
Yeah, I mean,
True.
yeah, the Chiefs are always just no one can disagree with that pick in general.
The Chiefs are having fun this weekend. They had fun on
Okay,
Sunday.
Do we
Yeah,
want to
they
talk
did.
about another big blowout? I thought that the Chiefs were going to go for the Dolphins record 3 hours later.
Oh yeah,
Turns out they scored 7 points in the second half entirely.
Yeah.
they just ran
but,
the ball
yeah.
the whole time.
Yeah, they just chewed the clock, and that's fine, like as they're allowed to do.
Yeah.
Um, again, similar to this Dolphins game, like there's not a ton of new information here for me for the Chiefs. Like, oh, the Chiefs put up a bunch of points against a bad defense. Sounds about right. But like again, are the Bears really, really going to be this bad?
Yes.
It looks like it.
Like,
Yeah.
like I know Bears fans were like hyping themselves up way too much in the offseason, and they were thinking they're gonna make the playoffs and stuff. That was never realistic. But I kind of thought this Bears team was like a year away. You know, this Bears, like you would expect to see some flashes and like win a few more games than last year, maybe pick
Yeah.
like somewhere in the 8 to 10 range, and then push for the playoffs next year.
Yeah.
They've gone backwards since last year, it looks like, and they picked first overall last year.
I don't get it.
I don't like. I don't know. I don't get it.
They're not winning a game this year. Hot take.
You don't think so? Let's look at
Not
their
even
schedule.
hot. That's not even hot, actually.
Denver
I
next
think
week.
it's hot.
Who,
Dude,
okay, so you're
they
saying
are-
Broncos, so Broncos win next week?
They are still underdogs against a team that let up 70 points last week. That's how bad they are.
They're really bad. Yeah.
I
And I
think
think
they'll
they're
get a
still-
win.
Wow.
I don't think they'll go.
They'll get a win, but
Yeah.
like not many.
The Bears play the Cardinals on Christmas Eve this year.
Oh my
Cardinals
God.
are looking good though.
Can they flex Christmas Eve games? Is that allowed?
I would love to watch that game.
That'd be a horrible game, but it would be good because it's horrible.
That would be the worst Christmas present ever.
Who do you think is going to be the underdog going into that game?
Bears.
Definitely Chicago.
Yeah.
They won't have
Honestly,
a win.
like also Kyler will probably be back at that point.
True. And the Cardinals beat the freaking Cowboys.
What if the Cardinals go on like a win streak here and Josh Jobs just like resurges his career and Kyler Murray comes back and they don't play him?
That'd be amazing.
What if the Cardinals get the first overall pick with the Texans pick, trade Kyler, but don't draft a QB and just roll with Josh Dobbs?
That would be smart. Or they could trade back down for more picks.
Well, yeah, it's like they wouldn't stay at number one. They would do what the Bears did this year.
Yeah.
This Bear, like, I don't know. I obviously this Bears team does not have a ton of talent on it. We all know that. But I kind of had some faith in this organization. Like Brian, like, is it Brian or Ryan Poles? Ryan Poles, right? Ryan, okay. Ryan Poles and Matt Eberflus, the coach. Like, Eberflus was a decent defensive coordinator in Indy. Like, Indy's defenses were always about average with not a ton of talent on them. Like, they didn't have amazing defenses, but it was like, yeah, he called a good defense.
Yeah,
looking at
I
him,
know.
Like, none of this makes it, like, is he just really bad all of a sudden too? Like, the play calling for Fields is awful. The defensive calling's awful. No offense, Ryan Poles, but like, other than getting a bunch of picks back for the first overall pick, which is not really hard to do, he has not made a bunch of great decisions either. Like, what direction is this team going in?
South.
Like, is it too? How soon is too soon just to fire everybody and start over? At least the coaching staff.
If they don't get a win this year, I think that's what's going to happen.
Yeah, they should.
But like, will they last the whole year?
Maybe. I don't know.
Who's the OC there? Do you know?
I have no idea, but their DC just got arrested, remember? Or not arrested, but he was under investigation, so he resigned.
Right. I
But
forgot.
then,
Pardon me.
he was right. We never figured out what happened there. He was, and then he wasn't, or I don't know.
No, he resigned.
Yeah, he resigned, but then like they denied being under investigation or something like that.
But yeah,
I don't know.
But- I don't know.
Their offensive coordinator is Luke Getzey.
Who?
I don't know much
I
about.
don't know who that is.
He's not doing a good job. That's
No,
all I got. for you.
Clearly not.
No.
Sorry, Luke, but you're struggling.
Yeah, back to the Cardinals that we were talking about. I'm really
Sorry.
Is this interesting or like could they win some games?
I think so.
Or is this just Dallas being
Dallas.
good old fashioned Dallas?
Yeah, this is one
No,
of two things. This is either the Cardinals aren't bad or the Cowboys suck.
I think the Cardinal haven't the Cardinals been leading at halftime at every single game this year? I believe that's true.
Maybe. Who did they play
Like the
week 9 then?
Cowboys, was it the Giants? Was that week 2?
That
They
was
played
week
the Commanders week 1, and I remember they blew a lead to the Commanders.
Mm.
Hold on.
Yeah, they were.
Uh,
Or no,
yeah,
it was
they
tied at
were.
half.
Their
No,
coach
the
was the
Cardinals put
guy
up
who was
13
talking
tied.
about the fire in your gut, right? Like
That's
the Hard Knocks video. You know which one I'm talking about?
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
that's
yeah.
That was
Jonathan
him,
Gannon.
right? Right, John. That's his name. Thank you. I
Yeah.
forgot. It slipped my mind.
Murr.
He might actually know what he's doing.
Maybe.
He
He might be
might.
really
I mean,
smart. Might be a smart dude.
the Eagle, as awkward as that one video was, like the Eagles have had a good defense for years, and he was their defensive coordinator.
Mhm.
Like,
True. He
you know,
knows. He
he
knows
was
something.
he was criticized at times for being a little too safe with his play calling, but it works. So if it works, it works. Like whatever.
Yeah.
I think this Eagles team still doesn't have much talent, honestly.
Yeah,
I think they're
so.
going to come back down to earth. Like, no, like how many good players do they have? Really?
A lot.
Like, not a lot. Like none. Like Buda Baker,
The Eagles or the Cardinals?
the Cardinals. Sorry, the Cardinals.
Oh, okay. You said
Oh,
Eagles.
yeah.
Oh, sorry, no. The Eagles.
You-
have
Dude,
a lot of good football
Hollywood
players.
Brown actually looked kind of good in that
Yeah,
game.
he had a touchdown, didn't he?
Yeah, like he actually had a really good game. I was surprised.
James
Rondale
Conner
Moore-
is sick, dude.
Yeah, James Conner is good. Rondale Moore's good.
James Conner's not
Um,
above average. James Conner's fine.
Yeah, but
James
he's
Conner's
good.
Sure, okay, but like, there's
Love
not
James
much
Conner.
talent on this team still. Like, this team is still projected to be first overall pick for a reason.
Mhm.
Like, I think they're going to play hard all year, and they're going to be a tougher out than people expected,
Mhm.
and they're going to get their fair share of upsets, but they're not going to
Oh,
be.
I'm not saying they're making the playoffs. They're gonna get like 5 wins at the very, very like penthouse max.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're going to be like a scrappy team that's annoying, will hang around longer than you think, but it's
Yeah.
not
Yeah.
actually going to do anything.
Yeah.
Or they'll just totally collapse. We'll see.
Collapse is possible.
Dude, all the games in the 4 o'clock slate, this or like the second slate of games, it was the Miami blowout, the Chiefs blowout, the Cardinals beating the Cowboys, and then the Seahawks and the Panthers scored 64 points between the two of them. Like
There were
4
not.
really good games.
I mean, depends how you define good. I wouldn't consider Bears Chiefs blowout a good game. I
Yeah.
don't know.
Well, like
wasn't really
entertaining
good.
games to watch. It was just fun to
Yeah.
watch them blow
It
them
was
out.
fun. It
I
was
don't know.
fun.
I think the Dolphins blowout was so big. It was funny. The Chiefs blowout is just like, oh, the Chiefs put up a lot of points in a bad team. Okay. Seen
Yeah.
that before. Like,
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider that entertaining.
Wow.
No, I legit
But
thought
if
they were
you
going to
enjoyed
try
it,
and
I
break
won't
the
hate.
record that afternoon, like you said
That would have
earlier.
been funny.
Yeah.
Tyler, how did the Falcons do this weekend?
Not good, Jake. Not good.
What
I
happened
think
there?
that's risky asking that
I didn't
question,
even see
Jake.
that score.
I
How'd that
know.
slip by
I'll get
me?
to mine.
I didn't catch most of this game. I was at volleyball at this time. But in short, the Falcons' run game they just couldn't get it going. The Lions' defense played quite well. And when Desmond Ridder has to pass the ball 38 times, that's not going to go well for the Falcons. Yeah, again, Ritter's fine when he's attempting like 20 passes a game and they're all on play action and easy schemed up stuff. The Falcons' problem all year is going to be like if they can get up, if they can get up by like a score or two, they will be able to run the ball, chew the clock, and hold on to that lead.
Yeah.
When they're down and they need to just get back and pass the ball, and the team knows that they have to pass the ball, they're in some trouble.
Yeah.
Because Ridder passing in just from like straight shotgun spread offense is just not going to happen. And
Is their defense good? The Falcons' defense?
It's been
No.
fine so far this year. Like they haven't given up a ton of points.
No.
Like even 20 points against the Lions, who are pretty good.
Yeah, I was gonna
offense,
say that's not bad. That's not bad.
No.
Yeah, I was gonna
Um,
say like this wasn't an easy matchup either. The Lions are a good team.
Yeah, the Falcons' biggest problem is they have no pass rush. Their run defense is really good. Like their 3D tackles are Grady Jarrett, Calais Campbell, and David Onyemata. 3 great run defenders. 0 pass rush juice from those guys, except like a little bit of Brady Jarrett at this point. And their edge rushers are not much better. So run defense is good. AJ Terrell is good. Safeties are pretty good. Jesse Bates. CB2 is a big point of concern. There's like nobody there. Jeff Okuda's injured, and then no pass rush. So it'll be a fine defense, I think. But like what I was saying about like just not being able to pass the ball, like Arthur Smith knows that. And so the Falcons, like they had a drive, they got the ball, I think about 10 minutes left in the game. And at this point they're down 20-3, I think. So they need to go quick. They need 3 scores, right? Not impossible in 10 minutes, but you got to move the ball. It took them 5 minutes to drive down the field and eventually kick a field goal from like somewhere inside the red zone.
Yeah, that sucks.
And it's just like, it was really painful at the play calling because it was a lot of runs and like short passes over the middle and stuff that wasn't going to chew the clock, that wasn't going to get out of bounds. But also like it was just clear that Arthur Smith had no faith in them just taking deep shots with passes and things like that you normally would do in that situation, right? So Arthur Smith is not an idiot. I'm assuming he would have done that if he could have, but instead they are forced to just play slow because that's kind of all they can do. So they're going to be in trouble once they get down in most games this year, and that's quite scary. But
there's your Falcons
Lions
breakdown for the week.
team.
That was a good breakdown. I was
that
invested
was
in
sick.
that.
I was zoned in. So I was enjoying.
That was the breakdown the last 10 minutes of the game. I didn't turn it on before that.
All right.
I didn't watch any of it. I literally did not know this game even happened until I just looked at it. I didn't see the score at all until just now.
I want to flash back to our last episode where Jake said the Ravens were going to roll over the Colts.
Oh, yeah. Then
So let's talk about that.
So to be somewhat fair to Jake,
They should not have lost this game. That was a horrible non-pass interference call on 4th down.
I was really hoping for a tie.
To be fair,
I'm always cheering for ties.
Yeah,
I
love ties. I don't know why.
They still
I
suck.
agree.
So,
So
I didn't catch most of this game. Like I only caught probably the last 10 minutes. But they just they just weren't moving. Like they would sorry, I might add it was pouring rain in Baltimore. I should add that. But like they just weren't throwing the ball, and they were running well, and then they would just throw on 2nd and 3rd down. It would be incompletion, drop, punt, run the ball, incompletion, drop, punt. But like the Colts weren't moving on defense. Like the only reason why the Colts probably scored that field goal is because the Ravens went for it on 4th down. And they were on their own 40. So they already were in field goal range essentially. But the Ravens were moving really well. They just weren't scoring.
Well, and
yeah,
Justin Tucker choked for
He did.
the first time
So-
ever.
He did.
Yeah, he did.
to be
Ever.
somewhat fair to the guy, how many other kickers would you describe it as a choke if they miss a 61-yarder?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
but
Well,
it's
that
Justin
that
Tucker.
goes to show.
Yeah, I
just how
know.
good
I
he
know.
is, though.
Like the fact that you're calling it a choke is almost more of a compliment than it is an insult.
Yeah.
I think it is. Like either
It
way.
is.
Every
Yeah.
other kicker in the league, you're like, oh, it's 61 yards. Like,
Well, you
if
got
he makes
such-
it great. But
There's such high expectations coming out of him. So
I will say, I was surprised the kick was short. Like, I feel like
It looked like it went in.
Yeah, well, it looked like it was dead straight. He just
Yeah.
came up like 2 yards short, which is
Yeah.
weird because I know he has that power. So
Mm-hmm.
I guess it was raining or something, but I guess he just kind of misjudged it or the wind or something. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was pouring rain.
That doesn't help.
It was bad.
So we can probably call this an off week for the Ravens and hope
Mm-hmm.
they'll bounce
yeah,
back
it was-
from this.
Yeah.
Oh no, it was definitely a bad week because they should be able to put up 50 on the Colts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's just really unfortunate.
Colts are 2-1 though. Like
Yeah.
Gardner Minshew actually he didn't play
Yeah.
really good. But he didn't
Minshew
play
did.
not bad.
Minshew did enough.
Yeah.
Hopefully,
Dude,
Richardson
Minshew's
can come
awesome.
back. I mean, Minshew's fun. I'll give him that.
Minshew is really fun.
Also, to be like somewhat fair to the Colts, like the other team they beat is the Texans, who did win this week, but like it's not like they've been like beating two really good teams. I don't know. Critics of the Colts, but like I'm not really big believers in them or anything, unless Anthony Richardson is amazing.
They'll
Which
win
would be
7
cool.
games. They'll win 7 games.
Probably
They'll be-
6.
they'll be
Yeah,
alright.
6 or 7 is probably where I put them at.
Yeah. There's my
Yeah,
Jake take for
off-
the week.
Off week for the Ravens.
That's not a weekly Jake take, Nathan. That's a season take.
Oh no. Yeah, off week for the Ravens. But it happens. And now we only have one game on the Bengals, which
That's
is
okay.
not good.
Yeah, the Bengals won last night.
Not happy about that.
What a thrilling game. Second half. The first half was boring, but
How did Jamar Chase?
It was close too.
I didn't actually watch. How did Jamar Chase?
he did well. I don't have the
12
numbers.
receptions, 141 yards.
Damn.
Yeah, he put up 141 yards last night. Well, he put up more. They were saying in the third quarter or something, he put up more yards than he did. Or the first 3 quarters of the game, he put up more yards than he did in the last 2 games combined.
Damn.
So, yeah, he did a better game.
Nice.
Yeah, Matt Stafford died last night. Matt
What do you
Stafford got wrecked.
Elaborate.
He got sacked, 6 times?
It was 6 sacks, yeah.
6 sacks.
Do you want to hear an ESPN stat?
Yeah.
Apparently that was tied for the most the Bengals have ever had on primetime. What does that even mean? Who cares? I just read that on Instagram somewhere. I'm like, first of all, it's tied for the most. It's not even the most. Second, it's like in primetime games, which the Bengals are never given primetime games. Like,
Yeah.
until like
it's
Joe
kind of a
Burrow
weird
got there.
stat.
Like, you just say they got 6 sacks and call it impressive. Like, who cares?
Yeah, but yeah, he got sacked 6 times. Bengals defense looked pretty good against the Rams, and at least the second half. I didn't watch much of the first half. I was watching the Eagles Tampa Bay game. Tampa Baker
Yeah, the
lost.
defense looked good. This Rams O line is still bad.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah, clearly.
I know like Stafford was kind of able to make them look good for the first couple of games of the year, but like this Rams O line is going to be a problem. And it's going to hold it back for the rest of the year. Like,
How did Puka play? Puka Nacua.
5 receptions, 72 yards.
Wow. Off night.
Yeah.
off night for that 5th round rookie.
Wow.
Only 72 yards.
Tutu Atwell had 50 yards and a touchdown.
Off night.
Yeah, I know.
I think I said this last week, but like I'm curious to see what this offense looks like once Cooper Kupp comes back. Because this offense is just a bunch of Cooper Kupps.
Yeah, at that point, Stafford's just gonna lob it downfield. Someone will catch it.
There's no one going downfield. They're only running like mid-range, weird like dig routes and stuff.
Yeah, they'll move 20 yards at a time.
Which like it isn't a bad thing, but like Puka Nacua, slot receiver, Tyler Higbee, tight end, Tutu Atwell, slot receiver. Van Jefferson is their only like true outside X. And then back to Ben Skronik, who's like an H-back, basically. And the Cooper Kupp's the slot receiver. They're just gonna run like super tight bunch all the time. I don't know. I
look
think
good,
Sean
though.
McVay to figure it out, but
Yeah.
that's definitely why this like Odell was so key to this offense in the Super Bowl run, is because he was that true outside X receiver.
Yeah.
And now it's
makes
Van
sense.
Jefferson.
Van Jefferson.
They'll be fine. They have Cooper Kupp and Sean McVay. They'll figure it out.
Yeah, no, they'll be good. They'll be good. They're a team to look out for.
Yeah.
They are. No, they definitely are.
Yeah.
For Joe Burrow's sake, I hope he can get healthy soon, because he was clearly not 100% in that game. And like he said it himself, I think it was I'm paraphrasing, but he said basically he would rather risk re-injury than risk going 0-3. Which like
Same
you
with
respect
me.
it, like
Fair.
which like you respect the mentality. But like
But also relax if you're hurt,
yeah, like
There's always your whole life ahead of you.
they play the Titans this week. I wonder if they're just like, look, it's the Titans. Let's just play whoever our backup is and just pray we don't lose.
I have
Who
a
is the
PSA. I have a PSA for Joe Burrow. Hey Joe, I'm Jake, and I really want you to sit against the Titans so you can get well, and so that the Ravens can have a bigger gap on you in the season standings. Thank you for your service to the NFL, and I hope your calf muscle hurts more today. Thank you very much.
More.
Hey.
Or
Hey, Joe Burrow, it's Carson. If you're listening, send us a message. We'll get you on the podcast. You can debate with Jake about who's better.
Yeah,
just sounds like you're leaving him
you guys
voicemails.
are Lamar
that
Jackson.
sounds like a
That doesn't sound like a
does it sound
PSA.
Hey, Joe.
Like, hi, it's Jake. Just wanted to
Please
see
call
what
me
you're up
back.
to. Just I thought I'd give you a call.
Call me back when you get a chance.
What other games
Yeah,
happened this
poor
week? The
Joe.
Browns beat the crap out of the Titans.
So, does anyone know why Deshaun Watson threw the ball backwards?
No,
Dude, I
Like,
saw that.
no,
He
I don't
was
think anyone
actually-
knows.
He was actually pretty good this game. Like this was his best game in a Browns uniform by far,
Yeah,
except for whatever that was.
yeah.
Like, has anybody asked him? Do we know what happened there? Did
We
he
don't
just
know.
get
No
dizzy
one has
and
any
think
idea.
that was forwards?
Hey, Deshaun Watson, it's Carson.
Call me back when you
Got
get
a couple
chance.
questions for
Hey,
you.
hey, Mr. Watson, it's Jake. I need you to let me know what the hell you were thinking throwing the ball backwards instead of just taking the sack. Thank you and have a good night. Beep.
Does it beep
Um,
when you hang up?
It doesn't
Okay.
like the other person's end. I think. I don't know. I haven't left a voice.
It's
note.
not
I think
that time.
we're focusing on the wrong thing.
Yeah.
Again, moving from the Rams to the Titans, talking about awful offensive lines. The Titans, real bad. You know it's bad when Derrick Henry averages 1.8 yards per carry. And like I know he's not what he used to be, but like still Derrick Henry should be averaging more than that behind any sort of competent offensive line. But to be fair, this Browns defense, like I still have questions about their offense. This Browns defense looks legit. I'll give them that.
I have them on fantasy. They've been doing me well.
Okay, but like fantasy points in defensive fantasy points are almost completely unrelated, I think.
Yeah, they're so
your
irrelevant.
life, especially to include special teams.
No, I'm just saying
it's-
I'm happy. I'm happy with their defense.
fair enough. But yeah, like the Browns do have by far the best defensive EPA per play this season. Like there's quite a big gap between them and the Bills. So this defense looks legit. The offseason additions are working. I'll give them that.
Yeah. Their defense does look really good. Buffalo's defense, however, also did look really good this week too.
Oh my God, yeah. Josh Allen looked good again this week, though. I mean,
Yeah.
and the Commanders are like a pretty solid defense.
Yeah. Like they held them and they scored on them heavily.
Well, yeah, I mean, they did score. Oh, they got a pick 6 in the fourth quarter, which that helps.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
But,
that always helps.
Yeah, Sam Howell did throw 4 interceptions.
Yeah,
That's not
Oh,
recommended.
did he? Oh, I just
That's-
saw that.
Yeah. Yeah, I didn't watch
Man.
this game either, but 4 interceptions. That doesn't need super in-depth analysis other than don't do that.
Yeah. That's not good.
No,
Brian Robinson.
Zyler, is that your Jake take for the week? That throwing interceptions is a bad quarterback stat?
Jake take.
I don't think that's a Jake take. I think that's just like a common sense take.
It's a fact.
That's
So,
a Zyler take. Zyler takes are
Car-
super logical and make sense.
Kind of like that. But it has to be like a little bit sarcastic and a little bit obvious.
Yeah.
Carson, do you want to talk to us about that Panthers Seahawks game?
Yeah, dude, I really am starting to think that I'm a bit of a curse because I wasn't watching the very start of that game, and then I go over to watch the game with Nate and Alyssa and them, and the second I walk in, Panthers score a touchdown. So I was like, what? And then what else? Something else happened, right? What was it? An interception or something?
Yeah, I think Gino got picked off, I think.
Yeah, right as I was watching. So I was like, screw this.
Yeah, like the next 2 plays that he watched.
The
But then they
one-
won, so it's fine.
Yeah, see, the one thing
It's
I'll
not
say
you,
about
bro,
the
it's
Seahawks
okay.
is it's always a nail biter, even against the crappy teams. They always somehow manage to make it close and screw with me until the fourth quarter.
It's true. They are kind of in that tier where they're like a good team. They're expected to win, but their offense isn't like powerful enough to like blow anyone out. You know, So they're
Mhm.
still going to be in most games late in the fourth quarter against most teams.
But you know
It's just
what?
going to be a stressful year for you, Carson.
Kenneth Walker, man, K9, he's establishing himself as a top running back in the league. He is insanely good. His maneuvering, he had some receiving yards there.
His shiftiness.
He is crazy good. And then Jake Bobo got his first NFL touchdown. He's a rookie receiver. He's looking good. I think we have a lot of aspects on the team that look really, really good. It just, the parts that don't look good really don't look good. And it costs us a lot.
That's the same with the Ravens.
Yeah.
The DB situation there is god awful, and that's why they're always going to be in games.
Yeah. Oh, well, and Seattle's been playing without Tariq Woolen for the past few games.
Is
So
JS playing or is he out?
He's
I
been
haven't
playing.
seen-
He's just been sucking.
Yeah, he hasn't been doing much,
No, I had him in
which
fantasy,
it's really
and
disappointing. Yeah.
I
Oh.
dropped them.
To be fair, he is a rookie 3 games into his career. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah, let's
Yeah.
cool the
No, I
Jets.
know.
Still, I'm
But
really
he hasn't
optimistic.
been playing good either way.
I'm really optimistic about this Seattle team and the future. I think we got some kinks to work out, but I think we're gonna have a good season, and I think we're only gonna improve in the next few seasons.
Yeah, they look good.
I
Seahawks
believe
look good.
I believe in them. Can we discuss? Not really discuss. I would just like to point out, Andy Dalton attempted 58 passes in this game.
Yeah, I just saw that. That's crazy.
What? Like, obviously they were down and they were trying to fight back, so you're going to pass the ball a ton. But like, you got your backup QB in there, Andy Dalton, and you're like, yeah, 58 pass attempts. Good luck. And he did pretty well. 361 yards, 2 touchdowns, no picks.
Yeah.
Like, again, Carson, like, how did
times?
Andy Dalton look?
He looked good. I like him more than I like Bryce Young. I think they should keep him in.
So
I know that they want to give Bryce Young the experience and
yes,
that, but if they want wins, they got to put Dalton in.
I don't think they want wins right now. They just want to. They're not trying to win right away, basically.
yeah, it's more
Bryce
important
Young.
to get Bryce
I
Young
get
reps,
it.
but I agree Dalton's a better quarterback right now.
Yeah.
We said that last week, but like,
Yeah.
as soon as Dalton was announced as starter, the line shifted towards the Panthers. So like,
Yeah.
the bookies agree.
Adam
Not
Thielen
that-
had a really good game too.
Yeah. He was catching everything.
He did nothing all year, nothing last year.
Adam Thielen, as much as he did have a good game, when I've watched him this year, he's looked pretty washed.
Yeah.
Like,
I
he
think
does
he had a
not
good
get
game. Maybe
open.
did him and Andy Dalton ever play anywhere else? Maybe they just had good chemistry. I don't know. Like the two old dudes going back and forth.
No, Dalton was never in Minnesota. Thielen's still gonna
No.
like find his way to get open against zone. He's still gonna be a very sure-handed player, but like up against man coverage, he's just not gonna separate, and he's
Yeah.
gonna have like no yak.
Yeah.
And he's like, again, he's a fine player, but like, I forget what they're paying him, but I remember it being too much money for too many years in Carolina. So like,
Yeah.
whatever. The weapons there are pretty bad. Poor Bryce
Yeah.
Young.
I don't see a bright future for this Panthers team.
It is like, it is a little weird in the sense that they had to try and get a quarterback because like ever since Cam left, they've had a bunch of unserious options with like Baker and Sam Darnold and PJ Walker and Teddy Bridgewater and I don't know. Is there anyone else I'm missing who's played quarterback for them? A bunch of like not legitimate quarterback options.
Even when they went to the Super Bowl like 20 some years ago, their quarterback was a guy named Jake Delhomme, who like he was good, but he was like Kirk Cousins good.
Yeah, but
Kirk Cousins is
They haven't even had a Kirk Cousins though. Like they
Yeah,
don't
that's
even have
the-
a Jimmy Garoppolo, someone who's consistent. They've had like Baker,
Yeah.
right? So like, I get that they had to try and go make that move for a quarterback. I respect it, but they better put some weapons and some pieces around Bryce Young quick. And I'm not sure how they're gonna do that without a first round pick this year. I guess really the thing is they needed to have hit on their picks outside the first round because they just haven't in the last few years. Like they've hit on
It's also really tough when he's 5'9" and can't see over his offensive line.
That's a problem.
Yeah.
Like it's a
Yeah, like
big time problem.
It is, but we saw him do that in the SEC, and like Alabama O linemen are just as tall as NFL O linemen. Like obviously it's not the same, but like Bryce Young has shown he can pass over the middle of the field. I'm not too concerned about that, but it's still, yes, a concern. You're right.
How's Zyler? How's the old quarterback Will Levis doing?
Will Levis? Will Levis hasn't played, has he?
No.
I'm just here looking at Carolina's draft pick history. So I'm not going to judge this year yet, obviously. But last year they drafted Matt Corral in the 3rd round. Look how that went for them. Is he still on the roster there? Where is Matt Corral?
I don't even know.
I think it's the 3rd string. I think it's the 3rd string. Is he not?
No, he's on the New England practice squad.
Oh,
They released
Never
him at
mind.
the start of the month. Didn't even notice.
Wow.
Yeah, apparently he's in New England now. A 3rd round pick gone already, and nothing else after that.
Damn.
In 2021, their 2nd rounder was Terrace Marshall, who's whatever. He's a backup receiver. Brady Christensen O-line's bad. Tommy Tremble, tight end, is backup. Chuba Hubbard as a running back is whatever. 2nd round pick the year before that, Yetur Gross-Matos is not very good. Jeremy Chin's okay, I guess. It's the last one. But like they haven't hit on anything outside the 1st round in a long time. And that's, you can't, hitting on your 1st round picks is important, but you can't just survive off getting one good player every single year like that. So
Yeah.
it's a shame for the Panthers, but that's the
Well, they just
situation.
lose all the time. They have no other game plan but to just keep drafting potential stars.
Yeah, I mean they
They
just
can't like
have
not
to hit
help
eventually.
it. That's the only thing you can do.
as you
Yeah,
got.
well,
not very
just
good.
give up.
Sorry, go ahead, Zyler.
Oh no, I was just joking. Like, what else would they do? Just give up? Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
oh.
I know.
Did you guys watch the Chargers Vikings game?
Yeah, I was just gonna talk about that. 'Cause
That was it.
Cousins
That
had
was
a
fun.
great. Kirk Cousins has been a great quarterback this year.
So has Keenan Allen.
Yeah.
Keenan Allen, one for
Bro.
one for what, like 50 yards and a touchdown?
Yeah.
how did I not see that play? What happened?
He threw it to Mike Williams.
That was
I
crazy.
didn't see that.
Yeah, and
Like,
then
how far do you throw it? Do you throw it 49 yards, or was it like a screen pass that he took?
he
to
threw it.
pass?
He probably threw it like 30. You know what?
49 yards.
It was a 49-yard touchdown.
Yeah, but like how many? It was
probably
49-yard
he
touchdown.
probably threw it like 30 to 35 yards.
Like he legit threw it down the field though.
Yes.
He
Yeah.
hucked it.
Huh. Cool.
Yeah, 30.
Herbert. That Herbert guy though,
He's
he's
pretty
pretty
good.
good.
I
He's
love
pretty good.
Herbert.
I'm okay. I'm not going that far, but like,
Well, I
he's
have him on
good.
fantasy, so I'm in love with this guy.
Oh yeah.
Again, this is kind of a niche stat, and I forget exactly what it is, so this might be a waste of time. But like, I'm pretty sure Herbert had like, he's the first player with an 80% completion percentage who attempted as many passes as he did, or something like that. It was like first player with over
47
45 pass
passes.
attempts. Yeah, first player with like over 45 pass attempts to have 80% completion, or like something
Damn.
weird like that.
Hmm.
But like 40 for 47 is really hard to do.
No, he's really good. Like this Chargers look really good. Like this Vikings team was not an easy task to take down.
Well, they also just lost their wide receiver 2 for the year.
I know that's not good. That's really
Like,
not good.
That's really not good for my fantasy team either. That's
Yeah.
the 2nd player on my team that's gone out for the year.
They do need Quentin Johnson to become at least like playable quick.
Even like Josh Palmer is good.
Josh Palmer's a good number 3. Like he's fine.
Yeah.
But like if Quentin Johnson could become like a legit threat for them, which I know he was a late 1st round pick, he's a rookie. It's kind of unfair, but if he could become a legit option for them, that would be super helpful. Because Keenan Allen, I love the guy, very good receiver. He provides zero yak ability at this point in his career.
Yeah,
He's just going to get open in the zones and make good catches, which is great. But
like,
if Quentin Johnson
did he not have like 200 total yards this past week?
215 on 18 catches.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like that
This is also like
efficient.
this is also like the type of defense that he will cook against. Because Keenan Allen's not a very good athlete at this point in his career, but he's very good at getting open against zone. And the Vikings with Brian Flores run a lot of zone blitzes, which gives plenty of spaces and zones for him to settle down into. And Herbert can find him. So this is like the exact type of defense that Keenan Allen will cook against. And he did. So credit to him for that.
Yeah, the Chargers look really good.
Yeah.
How did you guys feel about Staley's fourth down decision late in the game?
I thought
Did
it
you
was
all see that?
stupid. I thought it was stupid.
Really?
Well, like, just punt the ball. Make them go 80 yards on you. Like, I mean, it worked out for them because they got a pick in the end zone, but like, make them go 80 yards.
I don't know. I think it's I think going for it's the right idea. I like it. Now the play call I think was a bad play call and bad execution. That's separate. But like going for it on fourth down there, I like it. Because like how it was a 4th and 1, right? You convert that what, like 80% of the time?
Yeah.
And the game's just over. Like, I don't know. Like there was still like 2 minutes left on the clock. The Vikings had plenty of time. And like driving down into the end zone is hard. Driving down to what, like where were they? The 20, the 25? Driving down to the 25 is not that hard.
Yeah. Well,
like I think the chances that the Vikings drove back down to the 25 are much higher than the odds of the Chargers not converting.
no, I get that. That I get. However, when you know that your offense is probably like I don't know. I think punting would have been a better option just because they had to go longer. You can waste more time as the defense that way. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I get it, but like I don't know. I think the hardest part of scoring is the last 20 yards anyways, right? So like it's not like they were on their own 10, right? They still had a really hard job, and they stopped them anyways. But like
they stopped them anyway. That's what I was gonna say.
I think we can both agree that a weird fullback dive with Josh Kelly is probably not the play call there.
No.
Run QB sneak with Herbert, or let Herbert just cook and find a short pass to Keenan Allen there.
Herbert can't do QB sneak. He's too tall.
What is too tall?
He's not sneaky enough.
Just do the Eagles play.
Is Josh Allen sneaky enough? He's bigger.
Being big is good.
He's bigger.
Just have him climb.
That's what they do. Sometimes they'll go over top. Now going over top's risky when it's not
he's got that length.
Because you could fumble.
He can reach. He can reach up and try and get it past
the problem with reaching over top is it's very fumble prone, so you really only want to do it on the end zone.
True.
Because you could get the first down and then fumble, right? But
they jump and have someone launch you over. Do like a full flip over the.
Yeah, why has no one tried this?
I'm assuming there's a rule against it, but imagine if you did like a gymnastics thing where like each person like grabs a foot and just like throws them over the line.
Yeah, have them just pick you up and launch you over.
I'm assuming that's illegal, but I want to see someone try it anyways, just because it'd be funny. That'd be
you know how high you have to launch somebody in order to get
enough people, you can make it
past a field of dudes trying to take you out of the air.
Well, if you have two people with their interlocked hands and Justin Herbert steps on their hands and he like jumps while they shove him, they could get some height there.
Where is he landing?
It would be Herbert though.
But if he gets hit in the air, that would be so scary.
That's why they're throwing him high.
And how is he landing?
Well, he's gonna do a flip in the air and then he's gonna land in the end zone on his feet. Yeah.
Oh, he's gonna land on his feet. Oh, I see.
Sorry,
yeah, he's gonna land with his hands up.
Sorry.
Well, that was my only concern is how he was landing. So that's fine. That makes sense then.
Oh, so I was thinking the QB. Sorry, Seahawks fan. I'm always thinking about running on the 1 yard line.
Bro, you've got Richard Sherman PTSD.
That's disgusting.
It's tragic.
It's okay. My Ravens the last 2 years they've been in the playoffs have lost their games due to Lamar pick sixes. So, or sorry, no, I guess the other one was a fumble six, but
yeah,
they've been two defensive touchdowns, which it makes me sad. So Carson, I sympathize with you.
The Packers had a nice comeback this week, guys?
Yeah,
that was awesome.
Didn't score at all until the fourth quarter, was it?
Yeah.
They were down
Uh,
17-0
yep.
at half.
17
That's
and a half,
crazy.
18 points in the fourth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
the
the Saints
Saints
actually
don't
missed
look
a-
very good anymore at all. They didn't look good at all. But
I mean, Derek Carr got injured. That doesn't help.
yeah.
But I will say so. Um, sorry, I love talking about coaching decisions, but so the Packers ended up going. So the Packers were sorry. So they're down 17. They kick a field goal at the start of the fourth. So now they're down 14. So they're down 14, and they score a touchdown with 7 minutes left, and they go for two to be down 6 instead of to be down 7, which I think is really smart because oftentimes you'll see coaches like go for two at the end, right?
Mhm.
To like avoid overtime. So like you're down, you're down 1, you can kick the PAT to tie or go for 2 to win. And oftentimes they'll go for 2 to win there. I think it's really, really smart. If you know you're going to do it later, you may as well do it now so that if you don't get it, you can make up for it and still force overtime.
Yeah.
Right. And then if you do get it, you can just kick the PAT and win the game.
Yeah, I like
Right.
that.
So it's really, really smart by Matt LaFleur there, the way he played it. Obviously, the Saints ended up missing a field goal at the end, which made him look a lot smarter.
Yeah.
If they made that field goal, then nobody cares. But really smart by Matt LaFleur.
Yeah. I agreed. I didn't even notice that until you pointed it out.
Yeah, because what are the chances that you don't make either 2-point conversion? You're likely to make one of the two.
Yeah. If you're gonna make one,
like-
why not it be now? And if you miss it, then you can make up for it.
Exactly.
Yeah. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes sense. Jordan Love looked a little mortal in this game.
Yeah, he's going to at times. Like
yeah.
he's not Aaron Rodgers. This is
No.
what we need to realize. But
I mean, 250 yards and a touchdown is you can't complain about that.
He also
Yeah,
still not
threw
bad.
44 attempts. Like 50, he was 22 of 44. That's when he was completing it, he's averaging like 10 yards a pass.
Yeah, because Romeo Dobbs dropped it 7 times. Or didn't catch it 7 times.
12
But-
targets. That's
you know
brutal.
what? He was good when it counted in the fourth quarter. We'll give him
True.
that.
Yeah, they won the
Honestly,
game.
He was
Hey,
there
a
when it
win
mattered
to win.
most.
A win
Yeah,
to win.
no, yeah, absolutely.
I think you can see the Aaron Rodgers influence in Jordan Love though, and like the way he moves.
A little bit,
His
yeah. We're like
mannerisms.
Yeah.
they're
Yeah.
both kind of like creators without being like freak athletes, kind of, like the Mahomes, Josh Allen's are just like freak athletes. Like Aaron Rodgers is like he's like I don't know. He is a creator, but like more so like he somehow blends the line between a pocket passer and like a Mahomes. He's like somewhere in between,
Mhm.
And I think Jordan Love is a little bit like that. Just not
Yeah.
with like the throw strength or the football ability of Rodgers, but
Yeah.
maybe he'll get there.
Maybe.
We got a few more games to talk
Eventually.
about, guys. The Texans upset the Jags this week.
That's
Carson
my
called
Jake
it.
take. Let's
Go ahead,
go.
Carson.
Number 1 Jake. My first Jake take, and it pays off. Honestly, was not expecting that.
Yeah,
But
are the Jags
37
okay?
to 17 is crazy.
Are
What
the Jags
happened?
back to being the Jags?
I think the
Hope not.
Jags. I feel all I've talked about this podcast is coaching decisions and offensive lines, bad offensive line specifically. But once again, the Jags have a bad O line, and it came back to bite them in this game. And it's going to for the rest of the year.
Well,
It's just not good enough.
my take on this is that I still think they're going to be good because look what they did last year, right?
Yeah,
Post
I still believe in
Thanksgiving,
this team overall.
post Thanksgiving, they didn't lose a single game. I feel like they're always going to be off to a slow start because they're trying new stuff, and Trevor's still trying. Like now, it's year 3 for Trevor, so he should be a little bit more accustomed to the offense. But they're still trying stuff, right? He doesn't have stuff that he can just kind of fall back to on his own yet. So I think that right now they're gonna suck because they're just testing stuff out. But post Thanksgiving, I think they're gonna be in the exact same position they were last year, where they're gonna be like one of the best teams in football post Thanksgiving.
I could
Okay.
see it. I don't think they'll go on that crazy run again just because it's unlikely. But like
Not-
I still think
not
they're going to win the
7-0.
division.
Yeah.
Yeah, I still think they win the division. I still think they have a shot at winning a playoff game or two, but I don't think this team is quite as, I don't know. This team is kind of being talked about like a legit contender, like they're there, and they're not there yet. There's still some missing pieces.
Yeah.
I have some questions about Trayvon Walker. He's a physical freak, but he has not shown to be anything but that yet. And he's good and he's gonna be good, but like he's got to show a little bit more almost like creativity than he's shown. And so I don't know. I don't see Trayvon Walker living up to the first overall pick kind of billing, which, like he's going to be a good football player and that's okay. But I don't see him being like a Myles Garrett or a TJ Watt or anything. He just doesn't have the moves for that. He's just kind of a freak athlete. And that's kind of all he is, which isn't the end of the world, but first overall pick.
Yeah. Can we talk about Tank Dell? How he averaged 30 yards a catch on
Dude,
Houston?
I told my dad to pick him up as his last pick in our touchdown league. He picked him up and I was like shocked. The dude had like what, 150 catches or 150 catches. Oh my God. 150 yards.
Yeah.
Yep.
145 for 5 receptions. Yeah.
Averaged 30 yards on 5 receptions. That's crazy.
I think he's going to be really good.
Is he a rookie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
He was another late round rookie, like 4th, 5th round or something.
Yeah. Great pick there by the Texans. He had a great game.
Tank Dell was pick 3. Sorry, not pick 3. Round 3, pick 69. But not quite that late, but still for a 3rd round rookie. Crazy.
Yeah,
That's good.
Still really good.
That's good. CJ Stroud
Yeah.
looked better. He had a better game.
CJ Stroud looks good. Like he looks like a legit quarterback, which I know that sounds stupid, but like he looks like this sounds stupid, but like, he looks like an NFL quarterback, which is a pretty big compliment for a guy playing in his 3rd game.
Yeah.
Like he looks comfortable. Good. He looks like he's operating the offense, which is exactly what he was supposed to be. He looks good.
Yeah. Better pick.
Yeah, I still have questions.
Bryce Young, do we think?
Well, as of right now, yes.
Yeah,
as of
right now, yeah. I still have questions about his ceiling. Like he's kind of like a high floor, low ceiling kind of player. Other than that one Georgia game in college where he just like created all over the place, he was kind of just an in-structure guy.
Yeah.
And if he is just a Kirk Cousins in the NFL, that's cool. I am yet to see anything to believe that he will be significantly more than that. But again, 3 games. We'll wait and see.
Yeah, we'll see. We also had the Patriots take on the Jets. Patriots won 15-10 in New York.
Yeah,
Zach
the Jets
Wilson sucks.
Yeah, he sucks.
He sucks. Like,
do the Jet?
Is he gonna be our takeout player of the year?
He must be.
I think he probably will be by the end of the year.
Isn't our takeout player supposed to be someone that we thought was going to be good though?
True.
Like we thought he was going to be a bad backup, and it looks like he is a bad backup.
Is Russell Wilson gonna win it 2 years in a row?
No.
He doesn't have.
Russell
Wilson's been better than expectations, honestly, according to some people.
I think Daniel Jones might be the takeout player of the year as of right now,
or maybe Deshaun.
No, we knew Deshaun was gonna be bad.
Yeah, it's also do the Jets go get a QB? Like, is it worth it?
They get Colin Kaepernick.
I was just gonna say that.
That's not like,
dude,
okay,
he
like,
can't. No, he can't play anymore.
Did you guys see the letter that he wrote though?
He hasn't played in 8 years.
He was like begging for a position on the practice squad.
I respect the grind if he wants to play, but I don't think he's gonna be their savior.
No.
What would you trade for Kirk Cousins right now, assuming he was willing to go there and the Vikings were willing to trade him? If you're the Jets, what would you trade for Kirk Cousins?
Some players and some picks.
Thanks, Jake. That tends to be how most trades go. You trade some players and some picks for other players and picks. That's how trades work. For reference, his contract is expiring at the end of this year, so it would most likely just be a pure rental until Rodgers comes back.
I think they should trade him for a conditional 1st round pick on the condition that Kirk Cousins plays in every game for the rest of the season.
Well, then they would just bench him for 1 game and not trade the first. Like, they'd be like, "Oh, he stubbed his toe walking up the stairs. Guess he can't play."
65% of snaps.
That's more real. You would trade a first for Kirk Cousins at this point in the year?
Oh, I don't know.
There's no way I'd trade a first. Like,
I was mocking the Jets because that's
yeah,
what
I know. Yes, I know. But like, what would you actually trade for?
probably like a second and a third.
Second and a third? Like, how much is one season worth maybe saving, kind of, though? Like, it's not a first. Because you might still suck too. Like, I don't know, maybe like a third.
Minnesota won't. Well, like they won't accept anything. Well, if they're gonna lose him anyways, then maybe they would accept something.
Yeah, it's more so just like, what would you be willing to give up? Assume, like, what's the max deal you would offer, whether they accept or
Probably.
not,
You know what? A third and a fourth. That's what I'll say.
I was gonna say a third and a fourth seems reasonable because like a second, that's like a long-term player you're hoping for. A third and a fourth, I think, is worth it.
Yeah.
And then if you suck, oh well, it was a third and a fourth. It was worth a shot, But I don't think it's gonna happen because you also kind of have to do that sooner rather than later because you can't suck for half the season and then hope Kirk turns it around for you.
3 first-round picks. That's what I would offer up. I'd offer that up.
And Garrett Wilson.
And Zach Wilson. We'll throw him in too.
I would.
Well,
throw
that's
Zach
mine.
Wilson in.
That's Zach Wilson's -1 first-round pick just for having him.
Okay, throw Sauce in there too.
Just trade the whole franchise while you're at it.
Get rid
Throw
of him.
Kirk on the field alone.
Fire the team.
Is the last game that we haven't mentioned Steelers Raiders? Or the last game we care about at least?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, because the Eagles beat the crap out of the Bucks, but that was it.
Oh
Yeah.
Yeah. That sounds like what we all expected.
Yeah.
Shout out to Mike Evans for making one of the sickest catches I've ever seen in my life last night.
Yeah, that was a really cool catch.
That was a
That's
sick
true.
catch. So big props to him, but I could care less about the rest of the game.
Yeah, the Steelers beat
Steelers
the
Raiders.
That game
23 to
also.
18.
That game also.
Steelers are 2-1.
I thought
Steelers
the
are 2-1
Raiders.
right now.
I thought the Raiders might bring it back in the fourth quarter there,
Well,
and then
Jimmy has a concussion, so
That's not good.
Jimmy's
Josh McDaniel might have a concussion too.
Jimmy's knee also looked like it blew up.
yeah, that was
Last-
scary.
Yeah,
Sunday.
that was a scary play.
That was I did not like that at all. He got tackled and his knee bent and his knee almost touched where his foot was.
Yeah.
And it was so ugh. Like that's the way it's supposed to bend, but not that far. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Ugh, it was gross. I
Yeah,
didn't
it
want-
was gross.
Yeah. I promise this is the last coaching decision I'll talk about this game. This
Oh my
week,
god.
mostly.
No, I like when you talk about this stuff.
Mostly because it's the last game we're talking about. But I think we can all agree with me here. Why did Josh McDaniels kick that field goal instead of going for 4th and 4 in the red zone?
I don't get it.
That
I
one
get
makes
it.
no sense to me. Like the Brandon Staley one, it's kind of a toss-up either way. I like going for it, but whatever. If you want to punt, go for it. It makes sense. This one made no sense.
Yeah.
You think you're more likely
Zero.
to get a 3 and out and then drive back down the field and get another touchdown than to convert a 4th and 4.
And you have
It's
two.
not-
You have probably the best playmaking wide receiver in the NFL right now on your team who could just catch a ball and not let go of it. You just have to get it to him. And
he was
also
having
have a
himself
very
a
good running
game
back.
too.
yeah. And yeah, and they have Josh Jacobs too, who he has not been very good this year. But
He can get 4 yards.
he's still very good. Yeah, he's gonna get you 4 yards. But
Yeah,
It-
that
very
one made no
confusing.
sense.
I don't know if he's trying to sabotage them or if Belichick sent him because of the tuck rule.
20 years later.
The tuck rule hatred that the Patriots are getting and Bill's just getting his revenge.
Are they
But
tanking
I
for
don't-
Victor, you think?
That they could be. That's
They
that's
could
valid.
they could be, but I don't know. I think McDaniels is just not a good head coach.
I think he's
That's
just
what
not
it
a good
seems
head
like.
coach. That's probably accurate. Yeah, the way I think about it with these kind of late game decisions is in terms of how many possessions you're losing by, So like the Raiders were down by one possession. One possession's 7 or 8 points, right? Eight, maximum of 8. They're down by 8. That's one possession. You kick a field goal, you're still losing by one possession. That does not really progress you, right? Like,
Yeah, like it makes it harder. It
like
does.
If they were down by 9 or something and you wanted to take the field goal there and then try for a touchdown later, fair enough. That would be reasonable because that would cut it from 2 to 1. You still need a touchdown in either scenario here. Why would you make it harder on yourself? You're very, very close to doing that. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
Shout out to the Steelers.
Yeah, shout out Steelers.
Dude, they're
gotta
first.
stop
They're
winning 8-2.
first in the North.
And Jimmy
actually?
G had 3 interceptions, which we know Zyler's not too happy about.
That's not good.
Zyler says don't throw interceptions.
Don't throw 3 interceptions.
Yeah, do not throw picks. If
It's
you
not
let
that
somebody,
hard.
if you let somebody use or lurk you in real life, I'd be so upset. Especially if he was like on your fantasy team too. Jimmy G was just sitting there on your bench and he throws 3 interceptions.
That's exactly what he was doing for me.
I'd be appalled.
Let's get into some week 4 predictions, guys.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's
All right.
get through this.
Thursday night football, Lions Packers
Classic.
In Lambeau.
in Lambeau.
Give me Lions.
Lions Packers in Lambeau. I don't care what the odds are. It's the Packers. Like,
No, I'm taking
this
Lions.
is like the Jets playing the Patriots in Foxborough. Like, it's the Packers. I don't care.
No, Zyler, it's not snowing there yet. So you can't count out the Lions just yet.
Yeah, but the Lions I guess they play indoors, but like it's Detroit. They're used to the snow.
I'm gonna take
It's
the
not like
Lions.
it's Miami.
I'm gonna take the
Really?
Lions.
Yeah.
Ooh, Zyler's riding solo.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah.
If
interesting.
what, me riding solo on the Packers beating the Lions at home, I'm okay with that. That's like, I'm okay
You know
with
what?
that.
No, I'm second guessing myself. I'm gonna side with Zyler.
Yes, thank you, Jake.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Packers. Like, I really want the Lions to win because I want them to be good, but I think they're gonna drop one game to the Packers.
I think they'll win.
If
I
they
think they'll
do win, I'll be happy. But I don't.
Yeah.
I think the Packers will win.
You guys got me doubting now.
No,
But
I'm sticking with
I'm
it.
gonna stick with the Lions.
Good.
Okay.
Yeah.
The Falcons are playing in London this week.
Yeah,
And
the
you know what that
Saturday morning
means?
tea party, boys. Or
The-
Sunday
the
morning tea
only-
party.
The only place where Kyle Pitts scores touchdowns is in London, so he's up for a big game.
Should be good.
So in Kyle Pitts' rookie year, his one touchdown was against the Jaguars in London. Because
Was
it
it
was a
really?
stat he had never, yeah, because like the stat was that he had never scored a touchdown on American soil.
That's
I
funny.
kind of want to take the Falcons here.
Do it.
No,
I'm taking
I
the
don't. I
Falcons.
well,
I kind of do.
I'm gonna take the Falcons, I think.
Yeah.
are
It'll
we
be funny to
all
watch.
taking the Falcons here? Like, are we really?
It'll be funny to watch a bad pass rush versus a bad offensive line, and I don't know which one's gonna suck more.
Hmm.
I think
Fine.
it'll be interesting to find out.
Kyle Pitts anytime touchdown. Lock it
Free
in.
money.
Let's go for Atlanta.
Steelers Texans, our first 1:00 game in Houston.
Gross. I don't care.
I don't
Well,
care.
who do you think is gonna win?
Like,
Doesn't
Seahawks,
matter
I
if you
guess.
care or not.
I'm taking the Texans.
I'm gonna take the Steelers.
Really? I'm taking the Steelers, dude.
Yeah, the Texans aren't actually that good. I don't
Steelers are
know.
gonna go
I don't-
3-1.
Fuck, fine. I'll take the Steelers.
You don't have to. You can take whatever you want.
No, because I know they're
Texans is
gonna
a
win.
reasonable
I know they're gonna win. I just don't want them to.
I just don't have my feeling about the Texans this week, so I'm going
Steelers
Steelers.
defense is gonna rip them to shreds.
My Jake take for my fake Jake take, actually, I'll say for this game is that CJ Stroud is gonna leave with a concussion.
New rule. We're not allowed to take predict injuries. Like, why?
Just because
Oh,
it's
boy.
TJ Watt. I'm only kidding.
Oh,
That's why it's a
I
fake.
know.
I'm only kidding. Like, I pray he doesn't, because that would be awful.
Jake,
But-
you taking the Texans or the Steelers?
No,
again?
I'm taking the Steelers.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on.
All right. Rams Colts in Indianapolis.
Give me Rams.
How are the
Give me Colts.
Is Anthony Richardson back in this week or no?
Actually, no. Give me Rams. If Richardson,
I think he's listed as questionable.
Yeah, Minshew's in.
Not for sure though. Like
I'll take
Do we know?
the Rams. I'll take the Rams.
I'll go Rams anyways.
Sure. I'll take the Rams anyways. Yeah, I agree. I'll take the Rams. Do we all take the Rams?
Yep.
Yeah.
I think
Nice.
so.
Okay. Next game, the Minnesota Vikings taking on the Carolina Panthers in Carolina.
This is my Jake take. I'm taking Carolina.
Really?
No.
This
I
is
think
my
they
Jake
really
take.
suck.
You guys said no last week and it paid off. I'm taking Carolina.
Okay. Okay. You think the Vikings are going 0-4?
Yeah, this is my Jake take.
They could lose by
Nah.
one possession here and just you know what? It's possible. I'm gonna take the Vikings, but I would not
I
be
think this
surprised.
Panthers team sucks. I'm taking the Vikings.
We'll see.
I do not believe in them at all.
I'm taking the Vikings.
I'm taking the Vikings. But I
Yeah.
like your take, Carson. I do.
I would take the Vikings minus very easily as well. It's only minus 3.5. I would take that.
Next game, Tampa Baker in New Orleans against the Saints.
Oh, Tampa Baker all day.
Yeah.
You think so? In New Orleans?
Yeah.
Dude, they
Yeah,
lost Derek
Especially,
Carr.
yeah, it's gonna be Jameis.
True.
Jameis revenge game though.
Yeah, true. I'm gonna take the Saints.
I kind of hope the Bucks win because I'm more scared of the Saints, so I'm gonna go with the Bucks.
Yeah, Bucks.
Yeah.
I'm sticking with the Saints. I hope I'm right.
That's
Next
probably
game.
more reasonable.
Commanders taking on the Eagles in Philadelphia. 3, 2, 1.
Eagles.
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 Yeah, for sure.
Now, this will probably be, well, easily 1:00 game of the week. The Dolphins and the Bills in Buffalo.
All right, guys. Jake take alert coming in. The Dolphins are going to win this game by 3 possessions or more.
Whoa.
Here's my Jake take. I think
They're
the
gonna walk-
Bills are going to beat them by 10 at least.
They're gonna walk into
Wow.
Buffalo's territory and they are going to stomp on them.
I think the
I-
exact opposite
I-
is going to
no.
happen.
I'm gonna take the Fins by 1 possession.
I'm taking the Bills this game
Oh, I'm taking the Dolphins to win this game
because the
regardless.
Dolphins need a loss, and I think the Bills are really hot right now. The Bills are ready to take down.
So are the Dolphins.
Yeah,
What?
but I think the Bills are ready to take them down.
We'll
Okay.
see.
Division rivals in Buffalo.
I think the Bills are
This is their game to take them down.
I'm gonna go with Buffalo. I feel
Yeah.
like a good bet is always like betting on teams the year after they're super hyped. Because like last year the Bills were like everyone's favorite for the Super Bowl, and they just kind of choked.
Yeah.
Had injuries and stuff too. But like they're basically the same team this year with way less, but getting talked about way less.
Yeah,
But I still believe in them just as much. So
I
this is gonna be a fun game, but I'm going Bills.
I'm riding
too.
I'm riding Miami hard this year.
me
Okay.
too. I think Miami's.
Yeah, I think they're
probably the
so
best.
Miami's. I love Miami. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong, but
I
I
think
think the
Buffalo's
Bills
winning
are-
this game though.
Bills defense, I think, has a slight chance to stop this offense, which honestly sounds like a hot take at this point, but we'll see.
No, that's my Jake take. Yeah,
Yeah, that's why my Jake take is 3 touchdowns, like 3 possessions.
my Jake take is Buffalo stops them.
Oh, I'm excited for this game.
Me too.
It's an exciting one.
All right, next Bengals Titans in Tennessee.
Ugh.
Give me the
Yuck.
Bengals.
Bengals, like I guess,
Yeah.
I guess.
even if Joe Burrow's not playing, it's probably still the Bengals.
Yeah, give me the Bengals.
I guess.
Yeah. Okay, I'll
Fine.
take them. All right.
Fine.
All right. Okay. Ravens Browns in Cleveland.
Well, you already know where I'm going with this, so
I'm gonna take the Ravens.
I'm gonna take the Ravens in. They're gonna win a good game.
The Browns
I'm
are
gonna go with
favorites.
the Browns.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Browns.
I got the Browns. I think that as much as I have no faith in Deshaun Watson, this Ravens secondary is cooked. And I trust this Browns defense. Sorry, Jake.
Yeah, sorry.
Dang.
You're not
Jake, I
sorry.
got your back. It's all good, bro.
Plus, it's in Cleveland. Like it's the Browns. Honestly, I hope the Ravens win. I like the Ravens more than the Browns. To be honest,
Same.
I'm gonna stick with Ravens.
The bar for liking the Browns is pretty damn low. So I don't know if I don't know if I'm gonna take that
Hey.
as a compliment or not.
that's also fair.
Like I don't. That's not a compliment.
It's just a statement of fact.
Okay, individually, I like the Ravens, but I think the Browns win this.
I'm with you, Carson.
I just. I wish the Ravens could have gone 17-0 this season.
That's too bad.
Yeah.
That's impossible.
Well,
Now it is.
No, it's impossible.
well, now it's impossible.
Yeah. Okay, next game.
Okay, next game. Last 1 o'clock game. Broncos Bears in Chicago.
I don't even want to watch this.
I will not be watching this game.
I'll be watching this game. It's exciting.
Is there a way on Red Zone to like filter out games you don't care about?
They just no,
Can
they
you watch
do.
Red
They
Zone
just don't
just
show
for-
it.
I guess it is.
That's why I didn't know the Falcons Lions game didn't happen this week.
This is a fight to see who sucks more.
Yeah. Who's
The-
winning?
Well, I think Denver's gonna win this game because they
Yeah,
got
me too.
publicly humiliated last week.
Yeah.
But
So
the
did the
fact that they
Bears.
just let up 70 points and they're still favored goes to show how bad Chicago is.
Yeah, like I am losing faith rapidly in this Broncos defense. But if there is one offense that will make them look really good, it's the Bears.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm taking
So I think the
Denver.
Bears are going to make this defense look incredible.
Agreed. All right, first 4 o'clock game. The Raiders and the Chargers are playing in LA.
It's an easy Chargers for me.
Yeah, Chargers.
Yeah.
It's the Chargers, but like, doesn't this feel like something the Chargers are going to choke just kind of cuz?
A little bit, yeah.
A little
Like,
bit.
It's the Chargers, but like this feels like a choke game here.
1-3. 1-3. Wait, can I change my hot take or my Jake take?
You guys have
Sure.
two. I'll give you
Okay,
bonus
here's my
points.
second one then. This one's more absurd than the first one. Chargers blow 21-point lead. Staley gets fired on Monday.
Staley
That's
gets
just
fired on the
ridiculous.
field after the game.
This is Jake Take squared.
What's the parlay
that one's
on-
ridiculous.
What's the parlay on Chargers lose by 21 and then Staley gets fired?
No, they blow a 21-point lead.
Sorry, you know what I mean.
Plus 20,000.
At least.
It just feels wrong to pick the Raiders here.
It does.
Yeah, I
It
don't
really
think
does.
the Raiders are winning. I'm gonna stick with LA.
Yeah.
Same with me.
Yeah.
It's the safer bet.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Patriots Cowboys in Dallas.
Well, Trayvon Diggs is out, but and Dallas's offense looks just incompetent, and New England's defense, despite how old they are, is still really, really good. I Dallas's defense is probably going to score a touchdown in this game,
I'm
and
taking
that's going to
Dallas.
be that's
Yeah.
going to be the deciding factor.
I'm gonna take
I
Dallas.
would. I'm going Dallas. I would dispute that Dallas's offense has looked bad. They haven't been amazing, but like their offense is
Sorry,
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Let me-
eight
let me reiterate.
paper play.
let me reiterate. Okay, not Dallas's offense. Rain Dakota Prescott has been just not good.
He uses
don't,
government
like,
name.
I don't
Out of
think Dak's been
pocket.
bad. I think Dak's been in a lot of Dak's been in a lot of situations where it doesn't matter what he does this season, like that Giants
Well, yeah,
game.
because their defense is just so good.
Yeah, right. But like we can't judge him off that Giants game at all. And like, who they play in week 2?
They,
Why
blew-
can't
they
I
played
find
the
the game?
Jets.
They played the Jets. They put up 30 points. He was really good against the Jets. 31 for 38. Like, I think Dak's been good. He hasn't put up like the fantasy numbers. He's on my fantasy team. Trust me, I know. But I think he's been really good efficiency wise.
He's
So
been competent.
I still have faith.
Yeah, but that's on script efficiency. You're gonna
Yeah,
have to
but
go, you're gonna have to go off script against a guy like Bill Belichick.
That's
When-
true, but also
When stuff does
like,
not work.
Good
Like
point.
That's
this-
true, but also I'd also say he's proven he's not the turnover prone player he was last year.
True.
Like, I think there's a balance there, right? He's been very much operating on script this year. That's a very good way to put it. Last year, there was a little too many chances and risks. I think there's a balance there in between, but I think he's shown that he can do that too. So I have faith.
Okay, good point.
For the sake of my fantasy team, I hope so.
Yeah, no kidding.
I'm really just manifesting this here.
I got Dallas.
Yeah, I'm gonna take Dallas too, but close game.
Carson,
be
I
a
forget who
close-
you took.
Dallas.
Tyler, same.
Yeah, it's still
Yeah,
Dallas.
okay. Next one, we can 3-2-1 these next two games. Cardinals, 49ers, and San Francisco.
Yeah, I think the spread, the 14-point spread
Tells you enough.
tells you enough.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
And then the Sunday night
Oh my
game,
God.
Chiefs Jets, which should have been a great Sunday night game,
Yeah.
is now a horrible Sunday night game. In New York, the Chiefs are just gonna stomp on them, aren't they?
Probably.
It's Chiefs -10 is the line I'm looking at here.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
-14 and -10 on these last two games.
Can we talk about how awful, like, from the 4 games from 4 p.m. onwards on Sunday, the spreads are 6, 7, 14, and 10.
That
Horrible.
sucks.
That's
That's a horrible evening of football.
Yeah,
That
it's gonna be
sucks.
bad.
I hope the Raiders put up a good fight against the Chargers. That'll be our saving grace.
The
That's the only
Chargers,
game that has real
I
potential.
think
to
it's
be
more
exciting,
likely
I think.
the
Well,
Chargers
the-
find a way to choke.
I think the Patriots could entertain us for a little bit, and
The Patriots will
Keep
hang
close with the
around in
Cowboys.
games.
yeah,
Yeah, but also, like, they'll be like within
Or-
one score in the fourth quarter, but then it's
or-
gonna be like, oh, Mac Jones money drive time, and you're just like, oh, never mind.
or maybe like the Cardinals will hang for a quarter against the Niners, because like we said earlier, they've been leading in all 3 of their games so far
Yep.
this season.
Yeah, but not
At
against the
halftime.
Niners.
No, but like maybe they'll hang for like 2 possessions.
Maybe.
Maybe it'll be like 14-14
Maybe.
Maybe
at
they'll
the end
go
of the
and
first
kick a
quarter.
field goal in their first drive and get the 3-0 lead. But
Yeah,
You know we're desperate when we're like,
6-0.
you know we're desperate for content when it's like maybe it'll be a good game for like the first 5 minutes.
I know. And then the Monday night game to wrap up the week, guys, we got the Seahawks and the Giants playing in MetLife in New York.
I
I'm
have to
pretty
take Seahawks.
surprised. I'm going Seahawks too. I'm pretty surprised the Giants are the favorites in this game.
Yeah. I think the Seahawks
I-
should be the favorites, to be honest.
I
I think-
disagree with that.
I
I think
think-
the Seahawks should be the favorites too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's a really good line to bet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I guess in. Is this the second? Is this the second week of football this year where MetLife has hosted both the Sunday night and Monday night games?
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
Spoiled.
Wait, say that again, Zyler?
Out of the 4 weeks this year, there have been 2 weeks where MetLife Stadium has hosted the Sunday night
Oh, yeah.
and Monday night primetime games.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, I was just looking back on the other
Yeah, because the
Giants games
Cowboys
this year. The Giants have been in primetime 3 out of the first 4 weeks so far.
And yet
Why?
the
Those
Falcons
are in New
only-
York, yo. Those are
True.
the
I
perfect
believe-
cities to play in primetime.
I believe the Falcons' only quote unquote primetime game this year is their London game. And that's not even actually primetime. It's just like they're the only team playing, so I'm counting it.
Yeah,
But it's also
I
at
would
9 in the
count it.
morning.
I would count it.
It's their only one. I'm counting it.
Anyways, I got the Seahawks. Seahawks undefeated season coming ahead.
16-1.
16-1.
I believe.
I think
So-
that for the majority of these Seahawks games, it's gonna come down to the fourth quarter. But
Yeah.
I think that more often than not, Seattle can pull through.
Yeah. Agreed. I got the Seahawks.
Yeah, Carson, I really like Geno Smith.
I love him. I love Geno Smith.
I think that Geno Smith resurging his career the way he did is like that's inspiring.
Comeback
think
player
every-
of the year.
I think every little kid should aspire to be like Eugene Smith.
Dude, what is with you and the full government names tonight?
Jake,
Well-
Jake always loves a good government name.
Eugene.
Yeah. Well, he's been playing. He's been playing pretty good. So we're gonna
Yeah.
call. We
He
can
has been
call him
playing good.
Eugene for now. We had to call him Gino in week 1 because he threw that god awful pick 6 against the
Yeah,
Rams.
it happens though.
Yeah.
It happens.
Yeah, we can call
But
him
now
Eugene
he's
again.
now he's back to Eugene.
Yeah.
Zyler, are the Falcons 1-2 or 2-1?
2-1, right?
2-1.
So all 4 of our teams are 2-1 right now.
Nice. Let's go, guys.
Look at that.
Not gonna last long for some of us.
Yeah, maybe don't
Yeah.
like knock on wood there. It's
Which one of the birds is falling first?
Falcons.
Probably the Falcons. Well, I mean, they play first, so
True.
Damn, I'm jealous. I wish I had a bird team.
You can change. Be a
No,
Cardinals
no more switching. You already switched.
yeah, no.
Yeah, I'll be an Eagles
Get
fan.
one
Cardinals
switch.
fan. Be a
No, you
Cardinals
can't switch
fan.
if you're switching to a bird team, you're switching to the Cards. And
Dude,
that's
you
it.
can't root for a Philadelphia team. Come
No,
on now.
No, I like the Chiefs. I like the Chiefs.
Well, at least the 3 of us can be bird fans.
Yeah.
Let's
I don't
go.
need to be a bird fan. I
Ow.
do like the Dolphins though.
It's not a
I've
bird.
always really liked the Dolphins.
Yeah, that's my grandpa's team.
Yeah.
Big Dolphins fan.
They
Mhm.
could be like
Dolphins
the
are
bird
fun.
of the ocean, I guess.
Yeah, Dolphins my favorite animal.
What does it
Dolphins
even
are
mean?
sick.
I don't
What is
know.
the
They
bird
like
of the
they like
ocean?
come out of the water, and
They go
I guess.
airborne.
if you had to name a bird of the ocean, it would probably be a dolphin.
Like
I
I
might
guess
say like a
Dolphins
seagull.
technically do go airborne.
No, but a
Don't they?
seagull isn't like
It has
in
sea
the
in the
ocean.
name. It has sea. It had like bird of
Yeah,
the
but
sea.
I'm talking
Seagull.
about an ocean, not a sea.
Is there a difference?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Fine. Ocean gulls.
Okay.
There's a reason they're not called ocean
mine,
gulls.
mine.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I think it's getting
That's
late.
enough.
All right.
When Jake starts
ended that.
squawking, it's time to hang him
How I
up.
ended
Yep.
that.
All
I'm
right.
calling it.
It's been a good
Okay.
episode. All right. Thanks for
Um,
listening, everybody.
Stay tuned for my Ravens rant next week after they lose horrifically to the Browns.
Yes.
And remember, follow our socials, exclusive content.
Post your Jake takes.
Yes.
Send
post
us your
tag us.
Jake takes. And
Reds.
we'll see you next episode.
Yeah, and your
Start a
Zyler takes.
Reddit.
too.
Start a Reddit forum.
Yeah, should we start a subreddit?
R
Just for
slash
Jake takes.
some guys takes.
Message us on MySpace.
Messenger.
WhatsApp.
Please don't message me on Messenger. That's kind of creepy, honestly. It's just like stalking my Facebook at that point. That's weird.
Hey Zyler. My
Leave
Zyler
a
take.
voicemail.
Yeah, please don't leave me a voicemail.
Leave a voicemail.
I will not
I'll
check it.
leave Zyler's phone number in the comments of our most recent post.
Any way to
Email
communicate with
email
us.
his university email.
I'm not
At-
leaking my university email account.
Here it is. All right. Good night, everybody.
All right.
All right.
Good night, guys.
Morning.